A landmark ruling in Washington today as the Supreme Court voted to legalize gay marriage across the country. Hampton Pearson has the reaction out of the nation's capital and more on how that decision could impact business.
At the Supreme Court, crowds cheered a history-making day for the gay rights movement.
Marriage is a civil right.
The Supreme Court says same-sex marriage is now legal in all 50 states. The court ruled 5-4. The Constitution's guarantees of equal protection and due process mean that states cannot ban same-sex marriages. Justice Anthony Kennedy, a conservative, joined with the court's 4 liberals in crafting the landmark decision. Kennedy said not allowing same-sex couples to marry creates a stigma for their children. Quote, "Without the recognition, stability, and predictability marriage offers, their children suffer the stigma of knowing their families are somehow lesser." Chief Justice John Roberts, among the dissenters, defended traditional marriage between a man and a woman, saying, "A state's decision to maintain the meaning of marriage that has persisted in every culture throughout human history can hardly be called irrational." President Barack Obama, speaking at the White House Rose Garden, hailed the ruling as a milestone in American justice.
There's so much more work to be done to extend the full promise of America to every American. But today we can say, in no uncertain terms, that we've made our union a little more perfect.
13 states have gay marriage bans still in place, and leading Republican presidential candidates saw the High Court's decision as far from perfect. Jeb Bush said, "I believe the Supreme Court should have allowed the states to make this decision." Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker expressed similar concerns. "I believe the Supreme Court decision is a grave mistake."
I pronounce you married.
In New York City, Mayor Bill de Blasio officiated 2 same-sex marriages on the steps of City Hall. Experts say those and other same-sex couples stand to benefit right away. They are now eligible for the same tax breaks on their benefits as traditional couples.
This has a pretty significant impact on companies that offer benefits to same-sex spouses. In particular, it now eliminates all the differences between same-sex spouse coverage and opposite-sex spouse coverage, which primarily was in the area of taxation of benefits.
On Monday, the Supreme Court will bring down the curtain on one of its most historic terms, with rulings on the authority of the Environmental Protection Agency to regulate greenhouse gases and a critical decision on capital punishment. Hampton Pearson Nightly Business Report at the Supreme Court.